This is weird. 2 babies in car seats.
I know to some people 3 doesn't seem like a lot, but to us, all of a sudden 3 seems like it's like a full house.
We got a full house, a full family. And we're going to the first,
like going from 1 to 2 was like, didn't seem like anything. Going from 2 to 3 seems like the biggest.
We're outnumbered. We're outnumbered, but we're going to his first little doctor's appointment thing, checkup. He's still only like 2 days old, I think, so I'm gonna checked out. Oh, little guy.
Okay, 6 counts, 12.
Okay, a little update. So we're at our pediatrician because 24 hours after you have your baby, they usually want to do a checkup, especially because it looked like Z had jaundice, not severe, but enough to where they wanted to check up on him the next day. They checked him out. He's looking pretty good, but our pediatrician said that he's looking a little yellow and that he wants to re-get his jaundice levels checked. So Savannah had to go back to the hospital. That's where she's been. She's at the hospital right now with Z. And they're retesting his blood to see what his, I think his like bilirubin levels. If your bilirubin's high, that means that you got like a lot more or a lot worse of a case of jaundice. If it's lower, that's better. I guess his just came back and it's in the critical area. So Savannah and Z got to stay overnight at the hospital so that the nurses can monitor him and make sure that it doesn't get worse. They'll do some kind of light therapy on him to try and boost his blood levels. And yeah, again, we don't know much, but I guess he just has really bad jaundice, and it's not super rare. It happens in a decent amount of babies, but obviously at the end of the day, all that we ever wanted was just Savannah to be safe and healthy with the birth, baby to be safe and healthy, and he's pretty healthy, but not as healthy as he can be, so trusting the doctors. I feel so bad for Savannah because she is just exhausted. The first couple days of having a baby are just really tiring because you don't get too much sleep, especially her being up, breastfeeding him throughout the night, and so much stuff, so having to go back to the hospital and sleep in a hospital that's not near as comfy as our cozy home. I feel bad for her, so I'm about to head out, drop some stuff off for her, and she's gotta stay the night. Bless you. Bless you, Posey. So, made it to the NICU with Savannah. You've been here for what? You've been here for like 5 hours already.
Yes.
Maybe longer. We thought you were just gonna get some blood work done on the baby and hopefully get some good results and come back. But the results didn't come back as good as we were hoping. And so now he's...
So I spent the last 4 hours crying my eyes out.
Savannah was crying a lot.
Now I'm just happy that I could be here.
She was crying obviously because it's sad news, but also because she wasn't sure. Oftentimes in NICU and in this situation, they make the moms go home.
So that's what I was told at first, was that I was gonna have to go home, so I was just a mess. But
Savannah gets to stay the night.
Get to stay here, I'm a little happier.
So I brought her some lasagna and clothes and toothbrush and all that, but this I wasn't expecting this. I walked into this and it made me so sad. They got him under these lights that are supposed to bring down his bilirubin levels. They're obviously monitoring him and just want to see how he's doing the next couple of days. So this is where we'll be swapping off for the next few days. We got grandma at home with the kids right now, but definitely not ideal whenever you have a new baby. But as long as we can get little baby healthy, that's all that matters. That's probably the saddest thing I've ever had to deal with. Was there for a few hours, and I think on top of it we're just both exhausted and just want to be home with our whole family. Just want to be at home with our new baby. I mean, it's been, I think, 2 full days. I'm really losing track of time, but we had a good first day, and obviously we know that it could be a lot worse, and we don't want to look at the bad side and stay positive and count our blessings and stuff, but yeah, I just feel so bad for Savannah. She's just... I've only seen Savannah cry probably a handful of times maybe 10 times total in our whole marriage. She was just a wreck today. Every time I called her on the phone, and I think it was just unexpected, and she still has so much pregnancy hormones. But I think it was more so that she didn't want to leave her new baby, who obviously isn't doing too well, at the hospital by himself, because with everything going on with COVID and so much other things, a lot of parents in different hospitals and situations and things aren't able to stay with the NICU baby. They gotta leave the baby overnight, and that's just not Savannah. She was telling me that she was gonna sleep in the car right outside the hospital and just be on call and be ready. She's just the best mom in the world, and so I've just been praying all day. I don't even know what to say. We don't know. This is obviously just all in God's hands, and we're hoping and praying for the best. There's so much blood work that is coming in tomorrow, so we're just hoping and praying for the best. It might not even be the jaundice that is really getting to him. It could be some kind of infection. So we're really just hoping for the best, that those bilirubin numbers are high, which lets us know that he's battling something, and we assume it's jaundice. They assume it's jaundice, but until the blood work gets back, it could be some kind of infection. So we initially thought it was going to be an overnight thing, maybe a 24-hour thing, but it's sounding more like it's going to be a 2, 3, 4-day thing at best, if he gets under control. If not, it could be longer. But honestly, at the end of the day, we just want a healthy baby. However that needs to be. So just be in prayer. We just trust God in times like this. It's uncertain and it's scary and it sucks, and we know that we aren't the only parents dealing with this, and it could be so much worse. So I'm just praying for my wife, praying for the sweet little baby Z, and my girls at home. We just want our family all to be together and be safe and healthy, and that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. But I don't know what else to say. We'll keep you guys updated as we find out stuff tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some rest. It's late. It's leaving the hospital again at 10:42. So gotta get some rest. Alright, for day 2, we got some Chick-fil-A drop off. Savannah's been here a long time.
Hi.
Guys, I feel so bad for Savannah. I feel so bad for our baby, but I dropped her off Starbucks this morning, and I didn't vlog or bring the camera, but she had been crying all morning long, and I showed up, and she just stopped crying. Anytime I say the word, anytime I even bring up crying, she starts crying.
I'm doing actually pretty good right now.
I love you.
I love you.
If I didn't have Savannah, I don't know what I would do, because I'm so bad with this stuff. Like, anytime that any of our kids get sick, something happens, like, I get major anxiety and I start like stressing out. Like, I won't eat for days at a time, and like, I know that's not healthy, that's not good, but with kid stuff. So like with this, Savannah's just like so strong, and she most of the time holds it all in, but she's finally letting it out. Which is
like so many pregnancy hormones too. Anyone who like just had a baby can relate. You're just like so like, sometimes I'm like woohoo, and sometimes I'm like so bad. So I just like go high and low all the time. But I'm doing good right now.
You're doing good.
Usually, if you walked in and you talk to me about crying, I'd be like bawling my eyes out right now.
That's happened this morning. But look, we got Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
We'll update you guys on the baby. He's doing okay, but whenever I bring food, they send us back in this little private room, just because we're on the neonatal floor, the NICU floor. So they obviously got to keep it as sanitary and clean.
I'm actually like really surprised that they let him in, which is really cool. I'm surprised they let me in. I don't see a lot of parents at all in here, so
it's just the best experience as far as
sweet.
The nurses and the help that we're getting.
Yeah.
So thankful for that. But so they've been letting Savannah actually take him out just to breastfeed.
He can come out for 30 minutes every 3 hours. So we get to have baby snuggles, huh?
The most important things for him right now is that he eats good,
Yeah.
that he poops good, and that he gets lots of time under the incubator lights. And he's doing all those. So the blood work also came back. I said he had no other infections of any kind. So fortunately, it's just the jaundice, which is what we're hoping for. So we'll get some jaundice numbers back later in today, and hopefully they're better.
So cute. It's so sweet.
Look at that little guy. He's so cute.
Oh.
Oh, he's so cute. He's like, Mom, stop it. So I just relieved Savannah, letting her go home, see the kids, because she hasn't seen them in almost 2 days now. So she's going home and gonna be with Everly and Posey and shower. And that's what time it is. It's like 2 o'clock, so she'll be able to hang out there until nighttime, because he's definitely got to stay at least another 24, potentially 48 hours. It all depends on what his numbers come back with. So I'll be here with the baby for a little bit. And so sad. I hate seeing him in this thing, but it's for the good. They added another light so it looks brighter. They added that big boy up there to boost his levels and get him better. Alright, so it's night 2 that I'm leaving. Savannah wants to stay again. Obviously, it's best if she stays just because she's got the milk and needs to breastfeed him and all of that. I keep extending the offer that if you want to pump your milk, I'll stay. You can go home and wake up with Posey and Everly in the morning and sleep in our bed, but she's just the best mom in the world, so obviously she just wants to make sure that she's by her newborn, who's recovering in the hospital, so she's gonna sleep by him. But we've just been trying our best between the both of us, just swapping back and forth so that we can still go home and be with Everly and Posey and spend time with them, but also be with the baby, so, and also be with each other. So we'll have an hour here and an hour there where we're both in the NICU and spending time with each other. So we're just kind of losing track of time because this has all just been a whirlwind. You know, we went in the middle of the night to have Z. He was born at 2 a.m. and we didn't get any sleep that night, or really the next night. We were in the hospital for like 2 days with him, and then we went home and everything was good, and saw the girls and we're with our family. Slept that night. The next day had the pediatrician thing, and then he told us to go to the hospital to get blood work done, and honestly did not expect at all to have to stay at the hospital. So that's whenever stayed there last night. Tonight is happening, and will most likely be another night or two, unless if his test results come back even better, which we're just praying and trusting God for. But at the end of the day, no matter how long it takes, we just want healthy baby. It's really wearing on Savannah. I think she's just exhausted for every right reason. I mean, that along with just the hormones that come after having a baby. So postpartum's no joke, but she's so strong, and I love her so much, and we're gonna come out stronger from this, and we believe that. So I'm gonna go home, be with the kids, and check in with Savannah and the baby in the morning. So it's day 3 of Mama in the NICU, yeah. And Everly went to hang out with Grandma a little bit, get out of the house for a little bit. She was with us this morning. Yeah, look, I'm talking to the vlog. Can you say hi? And I'm about to go and swap off with Mama, so then Mama can have some baby and Everly time. Everly's gonna meet us at the hospital, and I'll swap off, so I'll be there. But tease, I've realized that Posey and the kids, other than Z, really haven't been in the vlog at all. So I wanted to show you guys that they're still around. We've just been exhausted and not doing the best job at filming and documenting this. But like we said, most importantly, just getting baby and the whole family healthy and back home. So, but we actually got ready and we're about to go see Mama, so we're excited, right? You wanna go see Mama?
Baby.
And baby? She's walking out saying baby. Can you say baby? Can you say sissy? Hey, can you say mama? Mama. So it's day 3 and I just pulled up to the hospital and me and Savannah are about to swap off. So she's super excited just to get out of there for a little bit. Like I said, she wouldn't want to leave the hospital and leave the baby there all by himself, but it's good to come out and see the kids. So here she is, getting to see little Posy Bear for the first time in a little bit, so she's pretty excited.
Hi. Okay. Are we gonna go home?
Mama!
We go home and play.
And Gigi's dropping Ev off with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be here any minute.
I miss you.
Alright, so it's morning 4, I think, 3 or 4. And Z and Mama were supposed to come home today. And because he's been doing better. Every day he's been in there, he's been doing better. His numbers were really high, which isn't good. If they get too high, it can result in brain damage. And luckily, the doctors and nurses have been taking great care of him, having him under that light therapy, as you guys have seen, and it's bringing his numbers down. If his numbers were good, they took him off of the lights to make sure that his numbers stayed low without the light therapy. So that's what we were hoping for, that's what we were praying for, that's what we were believing in. And so I came back last night, I was here with the kids. This morning, Savannah's there with the baby, and they test his numbers. We're waiting on the results. And they come back not the best. His numbers went right back up without the light therapy. Yeah, it's just, it sucks not knowing why that's happening. Nobody really has answers. So instead of him and Savannah coming home today, they gotta stay longer. How long, we don't know. I'm just trying my best to just remind us to not lose hope, to not get so down and disappointed and frustrated and angry, because I know that that's what the enemy, that's what the devil would love to do in the season, is for us to waste it. I know you guys have probably heard the saying, don't waste your cancer. Obviously this isn't cancer, but it's just a saying that in tough and hard times, don't waste it. Don't be down in the dumps. You can learn so much from it. You can grow so much from it. And that's what I truly believe that God's doing from this. And I'm reminded of this verse that I wanted to share with you guys in the Bible. It's Romans chapter 5, verse 3. And it says, not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings. We also rejoice in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. Obviously, this is very mild suffering. We are so aware compared to so many other people, so many other situations. But in this time, it doesn't feel good. It feels like, why us? Why is this happening? Why can't the baby just be healthy and good and we be home with our family and resting, because we're already exhausted, and you can just keep piling on things. It's COVID. My family hasn't even seen the baby. They're in Florida. Like, so many things that we can just pile on that, oh, poor us. But we want to rejoice in our sufferings, because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character, and character hope. And we have hope in Jesus, and that's, nothing can break that. But this also goes on to my literally almost most favorite scripture in the Bible. It says, you see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. So it just goes on to just pretty much just proclaim the gospel, that we have power in Christ, because while we were still sinners, while we were still dead in our sin, Jesus came and Jesus died for us, and that's how much he loves us. So we have hope in that. We have hope in Jesus, and we have hope in these great and blessed and talented doctors who God's put in our hands. So yeah, I don't know how long we're going to be here for, but we're hopeful, we're confident, and I'm about to go to the hospital right now, check in on Sav, do the swap out thing where she comes back with the kids. I hang out there all day, and just praying for the best.